Welcome to HB RV Lifestyle, the podcast. I am the host, the Honey Badger, here to give it to you straight and transparent about the RV business, and I'm here to inspire you again. I'm inspiring you again and again and again until the new year. If you're tired of inspiration, you're probably going to want to turn this podcast off. But what I am going to tell you is it's going to be different than the other episodes. Here's why. This is why this episode is going to be extremely amazing. It's because we're going to cover something that I started to cover a little bit in the last episode, but I'm going to expand on it. And that's the folks that want to wait till they retire. So if you didn't see, go to episode 23 of season 3 here. if you didn't hear or don't know the story about Terry. I'll give you a quick review. Terry was a customer I sold. 2.5 years he shopped for an RV. Was waiting until he retired. Was a postmaster for the post office. The day he came, bought an RV, bought a travel trailer, bought a truck, went to go pack it up, got diagnosed with cancer, collapsed, got diagnosed with cancer within 3 days of purchasing the trailer, was dead within 14 days after that. Never got to use a travel trailer once. Never got to go out to a national park one time because he wanted to get to his year number 40 to get his full retirement. By the way, guys, just to give you an idea, died at 58 years old. Okay? I want to expand on that because that seems to be so far a popular clip of the episode that you guys listen to or watched either on YouTube, Spotify, iHeart, or wherever you get your podcast from. It doesn't sicken me. It frustrates me when I hear the words of somebody that works a 9-to-5, a career, someone that's 60 years old, never did anything, reads the brochures, goes to the shows. One day, we're going to sell the house and hit the road. It's always one day. One day when we retire. Oh, we're waiting till we retire. We're almost to retirement. And there's a lot of things that... First off, let me go back a little bit. If you own a business right now, or you're a person like a doctor or a nurse or a first responder where you're working 12, 15-hour days, 6-7 days a week, or maybe because you want to do retirement early, or maybe you're trying to pay off your house quicker, you're working 2 jobs. Maybe, there's other little things, maybe surgeries or injuries that you're still recovering from. I understand that stuff. That stuff, I salute you. And I go, man, I hope to God you don't have to do that too long. Because I know what it's like to be a workaholic. I know what it's like to overwork. But even with me overworking and being a workaholic, I've always found time to do things like RVing. I have only taken 7 total days off in the last 6 months. And yet I still found time to do 2 days at Kachuma Lake. In a motorhome. So just think about that. Even as busy as our life is, we can find time to do something. Now, if in your mind, and you guys are gonna give me nasty comments about this, but in your mind, it's more important to watch the corporate news, Waters, Hannity, Cooper, the morons at MSNBC. You give them way more attention than you give yourself. Let's be honest. And the RV lifestyle, guys, isn't only about owning one. It's renting one too. If you're one of those folks, I'll give you a great example. You have a set window every year where you could take a week off vacation. Or maybe you have 2 weeks, but you split them off into 2 sections. Maybe one section you're like, you know what? I want to go to Europe. Okay? But the next week you're like, maybe it'd be nice to go visit Zion or Yosemite or West Virginia, the Appalachian Mountains. Okay, rent one. Instead of saying, well, we'll stay in a cabin, and then you go, well, we're sleeping in somebody's bed, and you're not very mobile, and you don't get to really experience the drive. You don't get to make all the stops. You're staying in hotels. You're not getting the full experience. So if that's the case, that, hey man, we're going to wait to retire because while we're working, half of our vacation, we're going to go to an exotic island. We're going to go to the Mediterranean. Then the second half, don't just stay in hotels and cabins. Go rent one. Go rent a motorhome. Go rent a trailer. Go enjoy yourself with it. Because first off, let me tell you something about retirement and RVs. Okay? Are you ready for this?